Rwanda. The name evokes images of rolling green hills, mist-shrouded volcanoes and shimmering lakes. This small East African nation, often called the Land of a Thousand Hills, is a place of breathtaking beauty. The landscape is a painter's dream, with its undulating terrain and vibrant hues. Each hill and valley tells a story, a testament to the land's rich history and culture. The hills are not just a backdrop, they are the lifeblood of the nation. They cradle traditional homesteads, where families have lived for generations, passing down stories and traditions. The hills are alive with the sounds of daily life, from the laughter of children to the calls of farmers tending their fields. The air is alive with the songs of exotic birds. Rwanda is a birdwatcher's paradise, home to over 700 species of birds. From the vibrant sunbirds to the majestic crowned cranes, the avian life here is as diverse as it is beautiful. Each bird adds its own melody to the symphony of nature. The scent of coffee blossoms drifts on the breeze. Rwanda's coffee is renowned worldwide, and the coffee plantations are a vital part of the landscape. The blossoms are a promise of the rich, aromatic beans that will be harvested, roasted, and enjoyed by coffee lovers around the globe. In the bustling markets, vibrant fabrics and colorful fruits create a feast for the senses. The markets are a hub of activity where traders and buyers come together in a vibrant display of commerce and community. The colors, sounds, and smells are a sensory overload, a true reflection of Rwanda's rich culture. And amidst this captivating landscape, the spirit of Rwanda's people shines through. Their smiles are warm and welcoming, a reflection of their resilience and strength. The people of Rwanda have faced many challenges, but their spirit remains unbroken. Their warmth, resilience, and determination are palpable, a testament to their indomitable spirit. Whether in the cities or the countryside, the people of Rwanda are united by a common thread of hope and perseverance. Rwanda is a land of contrasts. It is a place where the past and the present coexist, where tradition meets modernity. Modern skyscrapers rise in the capital city of Kigali, a testament to the nation's progress. Kigali is a bustling metropolis, a symbol of Rwanda's rapid development and forward-thinking vision. The city is a blend of old and new, where modern architecture stands alongside traditional buildings. Yet in rural villages, life moves at a slower pace, deeply connected to the land. Here, time seems to stand still, and the rhythms of daily life are dictated by the seasons and the land. The villages are a window into Rwanda's past, a place where traditions are preserved and celebrated. Here, women expertly weave baskets, their hands moving with practiced rhythm. Basket weaving is an art form, passed down through generations. Each basket tells a story, a testament to the skill and creativity of the women who make them. Farmers tend to their crops on the terraced hillsides, their silhouettes etched against the setting sun. The terraced fields are a marvel of agricultural engineering, a testament to the ingenuity and hard work of Rwanda's farmers. The land is their lifeline, and they work it with dedication and care. Children, their laughter echoing through the valleys, walk hand in hand to school. Education is a priority in Rwanda, and the children are the future of the nation. Their joy and enthusiasm are infectious, a reminder of the boundless potential that lies ahead. It is in this blend of tradition and modernity, of resilience and hope, that the essence of Rwanda can be found. Rwanda is a land of contrasts, a place where the past and the present coexist in harmony. It is a nation that has faced many challenges, but it is also a nation that looks to the future with hope and determination. The spirit of Rwanda is alive and well, a testament to the strength and resilience of its people. To understand Rwanda's present, one must delve into its past. The story of Rwanda is a tapestry woven with threads of migration, culture, and resilience. It is a tale that begins with the arrival of the Bantu people, whose journey and settlement laid the foundation for the rich and diverse society we see today. The history of this small nation stretches back centuries, to the arrival of the Bantu people. These early settlers were not just wanderers, they were pioneers who brought with them a wealth of knowledge and traditions that would shape the future of the region. Migrating from the Congo Basin, The Bantu brought with them their language, culture, and skills in agriculture. Their journey was arduous, but their determination was unwavering. They traversed vast landscapes, overcoming numerous challenges to find a new home. They settled amongst the TWA, the Aboriginal Pygmy hunter-gatherers, who were already inhabiting the region. The TWA, with their deep knowledge of the land and its resources, played a crucial role in the early interactions between the two groups. Over time, the Bantu established themselves as the majority population, their influence grew, and they began to shape the social and cultural landscape of the region. The Bantu were not just settlers, they were builders of a new society. The Bantu were not a homogeneous group. They were a mosaic of different clans, each bringing its own unique customs, languages, and traditions. This diversity was a source of strength, fostering a rich cultural tapestry. They were divided into several clans, each with its own distinct customs and traditions. These clans coexisted, each contributing to the vibrant cultural mosaic that characterized early Rwandan society. Despite their differences, they lived in relative harmony, sharing the fertile land and its resources. Cooperation and mutual respect were the cornerstones of their society, allowing them to thrive in their new environment. Cattle held a central place in Rwandan society, representing wealth and prestige. The care and management of cattle were not just economic activities but were deeply embedded in the social and cultural fabric of the community. The king, known as the Mwami, ruled over a centralized kingdom, maintaining order and ensuring the well-being of his people. The Mwami was more than a political leader, he was a symbol of unity and continuity, embodying the values and traditions of the Rwandan people. This intricate social fabric, woven over generations, formed the bedrock of Rwandan identity. It is a legacy of resilience, adaptation, and unity that continues to influence the nation's path forward. Understanding this history is key to appreciating the depth and richness of Rwandan culture today. The arrival of Europeans in the late 19th century cast a long shadow over Rwanda. This period marked the beginning of a profound transformation for the region, one that would have lasting repercussions for its people and their way of life. The Europeans, driven by a desire for new territories and resources, saw Africa as a land of untapped potential. They arrived with grand ambitions, but their presence would soon sow the seeds of discord that would grow into deep-rooted conflicts. Germany was the first to colonize the region. They arrived in 1884, drawn by the allure of Africa's resources. The Germans established their rule with a combination of military force and administrative control, seeking to exploit the land and its people for economic gain. They introduced new systems of governance and infrastructure, but their rule was marked by a lack of understanding and respect for the local cultures and traditions. However, their rule was short-lived, lasting only until the end of World War I. The war had far-reaching consequences, not just for Europe but for its colonies as well. The defeat of Germany led to the redistribution of its colonial territories, and Rwanda was handed over to Belgium. The transition of power was swift, but it marked the beginning of a new chapter in Rwanda's colonial history. After the war, Belgium took control of Rwanda, administering it under a mandate from the League of Nations. The Belgians, like their German predecessors, were primarily interested in the economic potential of the region. They implemented policies aimed at maximizing resource extraction and agricultural production, often at the expense of the local population. The Belgian administration was more systematic and thorough, but it also introduced new forms of social engineering that would have devastating effects. It was during the Belgian colonial period that the seeds of ethnic division were sown. The Belgians, influenced by the racist ideologies prevalent at the time, sought to divide and conquer. They believed that by creating divisions among the local population, they could more easily control and exploit the region. This strategy of divide and rule would have long-lasting and tragic consequences for Rwanda. The Belgians, influenced by racist ideologies prevalent at the time, sought to divide and conquer. They introduced a system of ethnic classification, arbitrarily labeling people as Hutu, Tutsi, or TWA based on a combination of physical characteristics, occupation, and social standing. This system was not based on any scientific or historical reality, but was rather a tool of colonial control. The classification system created artificial divisions that did not previously exist in Rwandan society. They introduced a system of ethnic classification, arbitrarily labeling people as Hutu, Tutsi, or TWA based on a combination of physical characteristics, occupation, and social standing. The Tutsi, often taller and possessing more cattle, were favored by the Belgians and given privileged positions in administration and education. This preferential treatment was based on the misguided belief that the Tutsi were more European in their appearance, and therefore more suited to leadership roles. The Tutsi, often taller and possessing more cattle, were favored by the Belgians and given privileged positions in administration and education. This created a stark divide between the Tutsi and the Hutu, who were largely excluded from these opportunities. The Belgians' policies reinforced and deepened these divisions, leading to a growing sense of resentment and injustice among the Hutu population. This preferential treatment created resentment amongst the Hutu, who were relegated to the margins of power. The Hutu were often forced into labor and denied access to education and administrative roles. This systemic discrimination fostered a sense of grievance and anger that would simmer for decades. The Belgians' policies not only entrenched ethnic divisions, but also set the stage for future conflicts. The Belgians, through their policies, had ignited a dangerous spark that would later erupt into unimaginable violence. The legacy of colonial rule in Rwanda is a stark reminder of the destructive power of divide and rule tactics. The seeds of discord sown during this period would grow into a bitter harvest, culminating in one of the most tragic episodes in modern history. The story of Rwanda's colonial past is a cautionary tale of how external powers can shape and distort the destinies of entire nations. As the winds of change swept across Africa in the mid-20th century, Rwanda too yearned for freedom. The struggle for independence gained momentum in the 1950s, fueled by growing discontent with Belgian rule. The Hutu, empowered by their numerical superiority, demanded an end to Tutsi privilege and a greater say in their own affairs. The stage was set for a dramatic power shift. In 1962, after a period of intense political upheaval and violence, Rwanda gained its independence. The Hutu monarchy was overthrown, and a republic was established. However, the transition was far from smooth. The legacy of colonial manipulation had poisoned inter-ethnic relations, and tensions continued to simmer beneath the surface. Discrimination against the Tutsi became widespread, and many were forced to flee to neighboring countries. The seeds of hatred, sown during the colonial era, had taken root, threatening to tear the nation apart.